Be me 21 years old, studying computer science at a decent university. Not a genius, but not an idiot either. Just trying to get my degree and maybe a job that doesn't make me want to walk into traffic. Summer break is coming up and I need an internship to put on my resume. All my professors say it's crucial. The real learning happens in the field, Ethan. Sure, whatever. I just don't want to spend another summer lifeguarding at the local pool. Smell of chlorine and screaming kids haunts my nightmares. So I polish my resume, which is mostly just a list of courses I've taken and the time I built a PC for my cousin. Send out about 50 applications to various tech companies. Get mostly radio silence. A few automated rejection emails. One interview for a place that turned out to be a pyramid scheme selling blockchain-integrated wellness supplements. Yeah, no thanks, I'm starting to think the pool isn't so bad after all. Then I get an email. Innovate Her Tech. Never heard of them, it's a startup. Their website is full of stock photos of diverse, smiling people in a bright, modern office. Lots of buzzwords: synergy, disruption, empowerment. Their whole thing is creating apps and platforms by women for women. Their flagship product is a networking app for female entrepreneurs. Seems fine, I guess. I don't really care what they do as long as they pay me and it looks good on a resume. They want to interview me. It's a video call. I put on a button-down shirt for the first time in months. Still wearing sweatpants, obviously. The interview is with two women, the co-founders, Jessica and Maya. Jessica is the chief executive officer, sharp, intense, talks fast. Maya is the chief technology officer, more laid back, asks the technical questions. I stumble through my answers, talk about my final project, a simple resource allocation simulator. Maya seems mildly impressed, or at least not horrified. Jessica keeps staring at me like she's trying to solve a puzzle. At the end, she says, "So, Ethan, why do you want to work for a company focused on female empowerment?" It feels like a trick question. I give some canned answer about believing in equality and wanting to support innovative projects. It's 90% nonsense, but I say it with a straight face. Jessica nods slowly. Okay, I figure that's it. Chalk it up to another failed interview, but a week later I get an offer, paid internship 3 months. Software engineering intern. I'm shocked and relieved. I accept immediately. Anything to escape the pool, first day. The office is in a trendy co-working space. Exposed brick, open floor plan, free kombucha on tap. It's smaller than I expected. There are about 10 employees, all of them are female. I am the only male. Literally the only one. I didn't realize that by women for women was a literal staffing policy. Jessica gives me a tour. Introduces me to everyone. This is Sarah, our lead designer. This is Chloe, marketing. This is Amelia, our project manager. Everyone is friendly enough, but there's a vibe, like I'm a new exhibit at the zoo. They keep giving me these quick, curious glances. My desk is in the corner next to the kombucha machine. Maya is my direct supervisor. She's cool, gives me a rundown of their current project. They're developing a new feature for their networking app, a mentorship matching system. My first task is to write some unit tests for the existing code base. Simple stuff, I can handle it. The first week is okay. I keep my head down, write my tests, drink the weird fizzy tea. I notice the office culture is unique. There are a lot of inside jokes I don't get. A lot of conversations about shows I've never seen, podcasts I've never heard of. It's fine, I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to get experience and a paycheck. But the little things start to add up. They have a team lunch every Friday. The first Friday, we go to a vegan place. I'm a meat and potatoes guy. I spend $20 on a salad that tastes like disappointment. Everyone talks about their weekend plans. Yoga retreats, book clubs, brunch. I'm going to play video games and do laundry. I don't say anything. The next week, the weirdness gets a little less subtle. I'm at my desk debugging some code. Jessica, Sarah, and Chloe are standing near the whiteboard. They're laughing about something. I hear my name. I pretend I don't, focus on my screen. Then I hear Chloe say, clear as day, it's like we have our own little office boy toy. Sarah laughs. He's so quiet, it's like he's afraid to speak. Jessica adds, it's good for him, builds character. He needs to learn to be comfortable in a female-dominated space. My face gets hot. Boy toy, are you kidding me? I just sit there staring at my monitor. My code looks like gibberish. I want to say something. Turn around and tell them to shut up. But what would I even say? I'm the intern, the only male. They're the founders and senior employees. I'd probably get fired on the spot. So I say nothing, I just swallow it. It festers. The comments don't stop. They're never overt. Never in front of Maya, who actually treats me like a normal human being. It's always these little side remarks, these smirks and giggles when I walk by. One time I'm making coffee in the kitchen. Amelia, the project manager, comes in. Oh, Ethan, you're so good at office domestic stuff, she says. We should have you make coffee for everyone every morning. She's smiling, but her eyes are not. It's a test, I just force a smile. I just make my own, but the machine is free. She just HMMPHS and walks away. Another time, they're having a team meeting. I'm sitting at the table trying to be invisible. Jessica is talking about their target demographic. We need to remember who we're building this for, she says. It's for women who are tired of the boys' club, tired of being mansplained to, tired of dealing with fragile male egos. She looks directly at me when she says fragile male egos. The whole table goes quiet for a second. Everyone is looking at me. I just stare at my notepad. I can feel my heart pounding. This is insane. They hired me. Why are they treating me like this? I start eating lunch at my desk. I put headphones on even when I'm not listening to music, just to avoid hearing them. I'm becoming a ghost in the office. My work starts to suffer. I'm making stupid mistakes, forgetting to commit changes, pushing broken code. Maya pulls me aside one day. Hey, is everything okay? She asks. Your last few commits have been a little messy. She's genuinely concerned. I want to tell her. I want to say, Jessica and her friends are treating me like garbage and it's making it impossible to focus. But the words get stuck in my throat. How do I explain it without sounding like I'm whining? She said, nonsense. It's their company. Whose side is she going to take? So I just mumble something about being tired and not getting enough sleep. Okay, she says, but she doesn't look convinced. Just try to be more careful and let me know if you need help with anything. I nod. I feel like a coward. The breaking point comes during a company-wide idea-a-thon. It's a whole day dedicated to brainstorming new app features. We're all in the main conference room. Jessica is leading the session. She's super energetic, writing ideas on the whiteboard. No bad ideas, she keeps saying. Everyone is throwing stuff out, a resource library for funding. A forum for discussing workplace challenges. I'm just sitting there silent. I have an idea, something I've been thinking about for a while. A feature that would use machine learning to analyze a user's resume and suggest skills they could develop to be more competitive for certain roles. It's a solid idea, I know it is. I've even sketched out a basic algorithm for it, but my mouth is dry. I can't bring myself to speak, not in this room, not with them. Maya notices me. She gives me an encouraging nod. Ethan, you've been quiet. Anything to add? Everyone turns to look at me. Jessica stops writing and taps her marker against the board, waiting. The condescending smirk is already forming on her face. I take a deep breath. Screw it. I start to explain my idea. My voice is a little shaky at first, but I get more confident as I go. I talk about the data models, the potential for personalized career pathing. I can see Maya is intrigued. She's nodding along, asking follow-up questions. Even some of the other engineers seem interested. I finish my pitch. The room is quiet for a moment, then Jessica lets out a short, sharp laugh. It's not a nice laugh. It's a laugh designed to cut. Wow, she says, shaking her head. Leave it to the man in the room to come up with a solution that tells women they're not good enough. The air goes out of the room. I feel like I've been punched in the stomach. What? I stammer. That's not what it is. It's about skill development for anyone, Chloe chimes in. It sounds a little like a tech bro solution. Let me, a man, build an algorithm to fix you. Sarah snickers. I look around the room. Some of the women look uncomfortable, but no one says anything, not even Maya. She just looks down at her lap. Jessica walks over to the whiteboard and erases a section with a dramatic swipe of her hand. Thanks for the input, Ethan, she says, her voice dripping with fake sweetness. But I think we're going to focus on ideas that actually empower women, not just point out their flaws. She turns her back to me. The meeting continues. I don't hear a word of it. I just sit there, frozen, humiliated. I'm just a prop to them, a joke, the token male they can mock to feel superior. That night I can't sleep. The scene plays over and over in my head, her laugh. Their faces, the silence, I feel sick. I want to quit, just walk away and never come back. But then I get angry, really, truly angry. What they're doing isn't just mean, it's wrong, it's a hostile work environment. They're discriminating against me because of my gender, and they think they can get away with it. I lie awake until the sun comes up, and I make a decision. I'm not going to run, I'm going to fight back. The next day I start documenting everything. Every comment, every smirk, every time I'm excluded. I write down dates, times, who was there, what was said. I use a password-protected document on my personal laptop. I become meticulous. June 12th, 10:15 a.m., in the kitchen, Amelia referred to me as office muscle when I offered to help carry a box of printer paper. June 14th, 2:30 p.m., team meeting. Jessica made a joke about male pattern cluelessness after I asked a clarifying question about the project specs. I start using my phone to discreetly record audio during meetings. I check the laws in my state. One-party consent, perfectly legal. I feel a little scummy doing it, but I know it's the only way anyone will believe me. It's my word against the entire company. I need proof. I keep my head down at work. I do my job. I'm the perfect, quiet intern. They get bolder. They think I'm broken, that I've accepted my place at the bottom of the pecking order. One afternoon, Chloe walks up to my desk and drops a pile of papers on it. "Hey, Ethan," she says loudly so everyone can hear. "I need these shredded. The shredder is in the supply closet. Thanks. It's not my job. It's not anyone's job. It's just a power move." I look at her. I look at the pile of papers. I think about the recording app on my phone, which is currently running in my pocket. I give her a small, tight smile. "Sure, Chloe, no problem." I get up, take the papers, and walk to the supply closet. The whole office is watching me. I can feel their smug satisfaction. They think they've won. They have no idea what's coming. I have a cousin, David. He's a lawyer. Not a high-powered corporate lawyer, but a guy who handles small claims, contract disputes, that kind of thing. He's smart, and more importantly, I trust him. I call him one weekend. "Hey, David, I need some advice." I lay out the whole story, everything, the comments, the meeting, the shredder incident. I tell him about my log, the recordings. He's silent for a long time after I finish. "Ethan," he says finally, "this is not good. This is really, really not good for them." "What do you mean?" "I mean you have a textbook case of gender discrimination and hostile work environment. The recordings are the smoking gun. They are so screwed." A wave of relief washes over me. I'm not crazy. I'm not overreacting. "So what do I do?" I ask. "First, you keep your mouth shut," he says. "Don't let them know anything is up. Finish your internship. Get your final review, get your letter of recommendation if they offer one. We want to show that you fulfilled your duties despite the harassment. And then," he says, and I can hear the grin in his voice, "we send them a letter." The last few weeks of my internship are a blur. I'm living a double life. By day, I'm the meek, quiet intern who takes their crap with a smile. By night, I'm meticulously organizing my evidence, transcribing recordings, cross-referencing my logs. It's exhausting, but the anger fuels me. They do my final review. It's with Maya and Jessica. Maya says my technical skills are solid, but I need to be more proactive and contribute more to the team culture. I almost laugh. Jessica just sits there with a bored expression on her face. She gives me some platitudes about how it was an interesting experiment having a male perspective on the team. They give me a lukewarm letter of recommendation. It's fine. I don't care, it's just another piece of evidence. My last day, they throw a little party for me, a sad little sheet cake and some sparkling cider. It's the most awkward 30 minutes of my life. They all give me fake smiles and wish me luck in my final year of school. Jessica even pats me on the shoulder. "Don't be a stranger, Ethan," she says. I just nod. I won't. I walk out of that office for the last time. I feel like I can finally breathe again. A week later, David sends the letter. It's a thing of beauty, 12 pages long. It details every incident of harassment and discrimination. It includes transcribed quotes from my recordings. It cites legal precedents. It demands a settlement for damages, including emotional distress. It states that if they do not respond within 10 business days, we will be filing a lawsuit with the state's Human Rights Commission and the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. We send it via certified mail to their office. I can just imagine Jessica opening it, her smug smile slowly dissolving into panic. The 10 days pass, we hear nothing. "They're calling our bluff," David says. "They think you're just some kid trying to shake them down. Big mistake. So we file everything, with the state, with the feds." A few weeks later, I get a call from an investigator at the Human Rights Commission. He's listened to the recordings. "Mr. Davies," he says, "I've been doing this for 15 years. I have rarely seen a case this clear-cut." That's when I know I've got them. The news of the investigation hits the company like a bomb. They hire a lawyer, a big, expensive corporate lawyer. He tries to bully us. He sends David a letter full of bluster and threats, claims I'm a disgruntled intern with a history of performance issues. Claims the recordings are taken out of context. David just laughs. "This is what they do," he tells me. "They try to scare you into backing down, don't worry." The investigation proceeds. They interview everyone. Jessica, Chloe, Sarah, Amelia. I'm sure they all lied through their teeth, but they can't lie about the recordings. The commission gets the company's internal emails and Slack messages. It's a goldmine. Messages between Jessica and Chloe making fun of me. A conversation where Jessica literally says, "We need to keep him in his place, can't have him thinking he runs the show." It's over for them. They know it. Their lawyer calls David. They want to settle. Their first offer is insulting, $10,000 and a non-disclosure agreement. David tells them to get lost. They come back with 25, then 50. David holds firm. They're a startup, he explains to me. They probably have investor money, but a public lawsuit like this would be a death sentence for them. Their entire brand is built on being this pro-woman, empowering company. The hypocrisy would destroy them. They can't afford for this to go to court. He's right. Their final offer comes in, $150,000, and a public apology to be posted on their company website for a period of 90 days. The apology was David's idea, the perfect final twist of the knife. I take the deal. It's not about the money. Well, it's a little about the money. It's enough to pay for the rest of my tuition and then some, but it's mostly about the principle. The apology goes up on their website. It's written in bland corporate speak. Innovate Her Tech apologizes for a workplace environment that did not live up to our standards of inclusivity and respect. It doesn't name me. But I know, and they know, the tech blogs pick up the story. Feminist startup accused of sexism. Innovate Her Tech in hot water over discrimination claims. Their investors get spooked. Funding dries up. Key employees start to leave. Maya is one of the first to go. I hear she got a job at a much bigger, more established company. Good for her. She was always decent. The company starts to crumble. Their app is buggy, their user base stagnates. 6 months after the settlement, they announce they're shutting down. Jessica and Chloe post these long, self-pitying tirades on their LinkedIn profiles, blaming the toxic online environment and the challenges of being female founders. They never once take responsibility for what they did. They never admit that they were the bullies, that they created a toxic environment. That they laughed at me, belittled me, and tried to break me all because I was a male. But it doesn't matter, they're finished. Their startup is a crater, their reputations are shot. I finished my degree. I got a job at a great company with a healthy, respectful culture. I work with men and women. We treat each other like professionals, like human beings. Sometimes, when I'm having a tough day at work, I think back to that summer. I think about Jessica's laugh, and then I think about their shuttered office and their pathetic LinkedIn posts, and I smile. I didn't just survive, I won.